Hello. Uh, I'm going to make another recipe for my biscuits. After I get through making this, I'm going to put it on YouTube because somebody else might be having the same problem with it, and if they are, they can find out if they're interested in it. If they see the third one on there, they're going to know something. But anyway, I'm going to start out with, I just use a pan like this. I just oil it with spray. I just spray it, okay? And I use self-rising flour. That could have been a problem, I don't know. Because if you use plain flour, you have to put baking powder in it and salt. But I'm using Hudson cream, self-rising flour. I used Martha White for years, but something happened to it about 10 years ago. It just didn't work for me anymore, so I went to Hudson cream. And so I'm going to start make this again, and see, I'm doing a little bit different this time. So I hope that you'll be able to make your biscuits after I get finished with this. Well, to start with, I'm going to, like I said, you don't have to measure nothing. I'm just going to grab some flour. You can't get too much flour. How could you get too much flour? You can't get too much flour. And I'm putting it in a glass bowl. Okay. I guess I'm going to have biscuits for supper again. Okay. We're just going to put some flour in there. I don't have no idea. I'd say it's about probably 3 cups, somewhere along there. Okay. Now, I got my buttermilk ready. I'm just going to put a little bit here in the middle, and then I'll add my oil. I don't like to put my oil on the dry ingredients, and I just guess it is a couple tablespoons. I just guess at everything. Not everything, but this I do. Anyway, okay. I already washed my hands. This is one thing you have to do. You got to use your hands on this. Now, I've never done this in a glass bowl before. This is going to be interesting. So I've already washed my hands and everything. So now I'm going to start mixing this up. Because like I said, I've never used it in a glass bowl before. I have one of those metal pans. I've used it for years. That's what I use mine with. You just mix this up. And just keep mixing and mixing. You can't worry about your hands because they're going to get gummy. But that's just the way it is when you make good bread. But you stir and stir that flour in there. It don't always come out just right for me. I might have to add a little bit more buttermilk, or I might have to add a little bit more flour. If you like biscuits, you'll like these, and I know that Clinton, he'll enjoy them. I'm sure he will. Okay. See how thick that's getting? See how thick? See, it's a self-rising flour, see? Now, if this was plain flour, it'd be tougher than shoe leather. You couldn't even eat them. I'll put just a little bit more buttermilk in it. Because we don't want them stiff. We want them stiff, but we want them soft enough that we can make biscuits. I've never did this in a glass bowl. It's kind of interesting to do it this way. But if I put something out there, I want the people to be able to do it. Okay. I've got that just about right. Let's see. There. You can tell how stiff that is. Well, I'm not finished with showing you how stiff how to do it yet. I'm going to have to, I don't know how I've done this, but I'm away from a sink. So I'm going to try to do it like this. Clean it off. I'm going to try to do this like I planned. Now, I'm going to try to scoot that thing up a little bit more. I hope it stays there. I'm going to take this lump of dough, just like this. And you can see how stiff this is. And I'm putting it on a plate to finish it. So you can see how stiff it is. That's how stiff you want it. Now I'm going to run and wash my hands, okay? I'll be right back. Now, I'm back. Okay, now I've got this on, I'll put some flour on this plate, because you have to have, well, you'll see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to sprinkle this flour like this, just over top of it, like that, so you won't get, your hands won't get sticky. Okay, and then you just kind of go like that. Just kind of go like that. That's all you have to do. You can't get too much flour, honey. You can't get too much flour, because we already made the bread. So there it is. Now see, it's soft, but it's still stiff, okay? And then you just start, now I've got my pan already oiled here, and you just start pinching out, see little chunks like that. And they swell up under so good. Okay. These is probably a better spot. I use their glass idea on lots of things. I hadn't thought about that before. I've always used that metal pan, but I never dreamed that people couldn't see it, couldn't see what I was doing. That's all you do. Reading, you put that flour in there so your hands won't get sticky, and you can see they're soft. It just looks stiff. They're stiff, but you just get that flour, and they won't stick. I hope if someone else is having problems with these coming out right, I hope they take a look at this and be able to make them. I made them so many. Now, you see how long it takes to make biscuits? As long as I'm making this video. 7 minutes, it says up there right now. 7 minutes. I'm going to make it in 8 minutes right now. It's 8 minutes. All right. See, there we are right there. Now what you do now is this. You take butter and kind of go like this. Now you can use oil if you want to. I use butter most of the time. I don't know if I'm talking loud enough or not. I'm having an awful hard time getting these videos to come out right. Sometimes I can't hear nothing I'm saying. But anyway, we buttered them up real good. Now I'm going to take them up in the oven on 450. I'm going to leave them 20 minutes. Now some ovens are different. So I'd be watching my biscuits after 20 minutes and see if they're brown enough. Now if you get too brown on the bottom, if you do, sometimes my oven will, I'll put a piece of Reynolds wrap underneath on the next shelf. I'll put it on the next shelf. That keeps the heat coming up there and burning the bottoms of your biscuits. That's a good trick to know. Well, anyway, I'm going to put these right now in the oven, and I'll come back in a few minutes and give you the results.